Okay, now that we know how to do cubes, we're going to try some other shapes in linear perspective. 1 point, 1 vanishing point. Remember, horizon line, vanishing point. Bird flies above the horizon line, so underneath it is the bird's eye view. Worm crawls below. Above is the worm's eye view. Let's see if we can do a triangle. What does a triangle look like in linear perspective? Again, you're going to make a triangle. It could be any kind of triangle, like acute, isosceles, obtuse. And you're going to connect the closest corners to the vanishing point at this time. So if you connect those with a dotted dashed or otherwise light line to the vanishing point, you're going to again create the illusion of depth on a flat surface. Find the nearest side and make a parallel line. This time it's not vertical or horizontal, it's parallel. It's on an angle here. To make a parallel line, we push it, keeping it parallel, not twisting it, not turning it, not making it vertical. Keep it parallel to the side that you want to make. Find a spot to stop and connect the two dotted lines. Then you can make solid lines to make it finished and erase all of your extra guidelines behind it when you're done. So that would be a triangle. If you did a different type of triangle, maybe you did one up here above the horizon line and above the vanishing point, and it's a little bit wider, and you connect just the bottom corners, it would look like that. Again, keeping it parallel. This time it's horizontal. That edge is, and we connect the corners like so. Those are your triangles. If you want to do other ones, feel free on the line or wherever. I'll go through how to make it see-through in just a minute. If you are going to make a circle that you want to transform into a cylinder, find yourself something circle to trace, or use a stencil. Let's say I want to make a cylinder, a 3D cylinder up here, so I'm going to trace this circle. Now circles don't have corners, so you have to connect the outermost edge that you can without going through the circle itself. So I'm going to swing my ruler up to the outermost edge that I can find, make dotted dash or otherwise light line directly to the vanishing point. Do the same thing on the bottom, and we're going to have something that looks kind of like an ice cream cone. If you want to make this into a cylinder, I use a larger circle here. Now it depends upon how far back I want my cylinder to be. I can find a smaller circle that will fit top and bottom on the edge of the line, and I can draw just a half circle like that. And if I connect the corners or connect the sides, it's going to make it look like a solid cylinder, kind of like a soda can. Now, what would happen if I would have connected it all the way around, a complete circle? Well, then it looks like we kind of have a see-through, transparent cylinder, because this would be the back side that's parallel to the front up here. Speaking of see-through, let's go back to our triangles. If you've only connected to the corners, to make it transparent, connect that third corner. And as I've said before with the cubes, we're going to make another shape the same size, or the same type of shape, but smaller because it goes further away from us. So if we number the corners, 1, 2, 3 in the front, we number the back corners A, B, we need the C. In order to make the C, we're going to line up segment 3, 2 here, pushing it back to B, keeping it parallel, drawing a line across. And if we did it correctly, this C corner should match up to A with a parallel line to 1, 3. Look how I'm lining up my ruler with 1, 3, and I'm keeping it parallel. I'm pulling it, pulling it, pulling it until I get to the A and the C. And I'm going to draw that in. It should be parallel to segment 1, 3. And I can connect this front line. And there you have it. This little dotted line in the middle can get erased, as well as everything back here. That would be a transparent triangle. I could do the same thing up here. If I label the front 1, 2, 3, and the back, this would be B and C corners already made. We need the A corner. So in order to do that, we need parallel lines. I'm going to line up my ruler with segment 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot a step. We need to first connect this last corner to the vanishing point. So we know where to line it up to. So with a dotted dashed or a light line, connect it to the vanishing point. Now we know where that A is going to go. By lining up my ruler with 1, 2, I pull it parallel, keeping it parallel, and I draw a line from B up to that dotted line. And if I did it correctly, this A corner in the back should line up to C with a parallel line to 1, 3. So lining up 1 and 3, and I'm pushing it till I get to A. And if I draw a line down, that would be your back triangle. That matches the front triangle, except the back one's just a little bit smaller. I can connect this dotted line and erase these two in here and anything behind it to complete the illusion of a triangle. Getting a little bit more